Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Valpo Esports Super Smash Bros. Week 1 of the Missouri Valley Conference. My name is Speedy Killer Ninja, and today I am joined by...
Pizza Man 48, Joshua Magnol here. How y'all doing?
Yeah, we'll see how long Josh sticks around. May or may not hop in the game at some point. Really excited to hear Missouri Valley Conference. This is actually our school's athletic conference, and we're competing in the inaugural season. Week 1 of it, so the first game of the MVC ever. So making history here in the booth.
Absolutely huge. This is a very exciting game here. While of course it's a lot of fun to be doing individual Smash Leagues, being able to be put on the same level of competition, same kind of conference as our football and basketball team is a huge step forward and something that I'm really excited to see how it goes. Now, the interesting thing is here as well, a lot of the different matches that we've seen and a lot of the different matches that we play, the big thing is that we already know something about a lot of these different teams.
Yeah.
But almost every single team here is relatively new in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, we've never played
Exciting.
against, I think, any of these teams before.
No, not
So,
in either GLEC or even in NECC, which has tons
yeah.
of teams in it. We've never faced a single one of the
Yeah.
teams that we will be playing in this conference. Starting off here with Illinois State.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, Redbird Esports, a very notable program in collegiate esports, very strong League of Legends Overwatch team. Have no intel on their Smash team, but we are in the arena, and we will get to see shortly how they stack up against our Smash team. I mean, being the captain of our varsity team, our GLEC team, what are your kind of thoughts and hopes going into the MVC?
it's a real mixed bag here, sorry, and I think it'll be really interesting to see how it plays out. There's really no way to know for sure how this is going to go. With a place like Illinois State, it's has I want to say like almost 5 times the enrollment Valpo does, if not more.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's a mix of private schools, public, state schools, stuff like that. I think there is a huge variety in how long these programs have been around, how much they've
Definitely.
put into it, the skill levels. So I mean, we'll definitely see that throughout the 8 weeks of the regular season here. But ISU definitely being one of the top programs overall for sure. I mean, numbers wise, they've been around for a while. So definitely a big match in week 1 here for the Smash team. Really excited to get underway. Looks like we are finishing up stage bans here. Um, Same rule set as NECC, 4v4. Can't play the same character, so we will not see 2 King K rules today, unfortunately.
Sucks.
um, but yeah, so
Out and going into this first game here, it's really going to be about getting a feel for the other team. The only bit of knowledge that we really have at all is one character, and that's
and
about it.
that's a
And even
maybe
then,
as
that's a
well.
yeah, it's a bit very very shaky in terms of whether that's an actual thing we have to
I don't know
that
how
we can
reliable that
know.
is.
Yes, it's
In their
definitely
graphic,
yes.
they for their Twitter they posted that they had a snake, but I mean, who knows? But
Who know? Well, I guess we'll have to see if they do in fact have a snake up their boot in this match here.
yeah, I mean, even then they got 4 characters. So I mean, throughout game 1, we'll kind of see how we stack up with the players we send in, how their players
Exactly.
do, what characters they play. Steve, notably legal, maybe the first time we see him on the broadcast. Haven't seen many Shotos recently.
Oh no, no Shotos.
So if they are a good team, these are characters that we might be seeing here today.
That's very true. There's a lot of really good. I mean, any character, as we saw with the last broadcast that you and I were at, the
Yeah,
other team had a little Mac that was able to do a lot of work. And I think that showcased how even with a character that is debatably the worst in the game, if it's a good player, they can still do a lot of damage. I ended up getting to play with that Little Mac afterwards, and despite playing much better characters than Little Mac, I still was going even if maybe even slightly losing to that Little Mac.
yeah. So Smash program as a whole, the NECC team is currently 1-1, I believe.
Yes.
And the varsity team is 7-0 with a perfect game count of 14-0. So off to a good start.
Yes.
I mean, you can't do better than that. So really excited for them as well. And we will have a a varsity heavy lineup today and throughout the season in the MVC. As it looks like we might be getting in here. But looks like we're starting out with Fitz, our Pac-Man, captain of our NECC team. versus a Cloud. Cloud, solid character.
Very.
You know, if you watched Genesis, you saw Spargo last night repping the Cloud. Very good
Yes.
character. Big thing with him is definitely his limit. So what do you
Yes.
think about this matchup?
So, I'd say the sort of basic thing that this matchup comes down to is Pac-Man has good frame data and can do a lot with relatively little. But outside of the fruit, like we're seeing here, Cloud has that really big sword that loves to swing, and so even outside of just limit, it's gonna be a big
combo.
thing. But we're already seeing here a decent bit of a lead here starting off the match. But as we've seen, that can change, but we could also keep it going. So we'll have to see how this match continues.
So,
how each. Yes.
Town and City, odd starter stage in a crew battle. I mean, in my opinion, as we do get a bill here, nothing off of it. Usually likes to go for that side B, but there was a couple times this past week where that side B, he got punished for it because he just narrowly missed it. So, you know, if he didn't feel confident in that one, I kind of like him not going for the side B and looking for an alternate follow-up.
Yeah, just trying to figure out what he feels comfortable with, and especially at this point, just trying to find like just judging what we're dealing with here. Now, we have this lead actually has been lost here. Now, really got to be careful here of this limit, and we see Fitz being really careful around it, and really playing around it. Unfortunately, just able to beat up that fire hydrant with Cloud's amazing moves.
Yeah, so far, I mean, skill level wise, looks very even. So,
Yes.
good to see for both sides. Is, you know, this is only one of 4 players, but so far looking like we got an exciting match here today.
Yes,
and the
definitely.
limit side B will do it.
Yes. Now, the interesting thing is that if we can get some good gimps here, we can easily get some early stocks. Both these characters can be good at getting early stocks if the situation calls for it. So we'll have to see how well Fitz is able to adapt. Now, unfortunately, we see the grab come out, and that grab would have hit very many characters. Unfortunately, with Cloud, he has that limit to help him get back. And has such good frame data as well to be able to get lots of hits off. Oh, able to bait out and make the Cloud throw out that move, but was still able to punish it. But now we have a nice waiting game here. Oh, and right there's exactly it. Able to hit with the bell, which puts him in stun just long enough to charge up that side B that we were talking about earlier. He was able to gain his confidence enough to go for it there.
At 36%, not too much extra credit for the Cloud here. I was just going to say what's really important in this match, I feel like, is Pac being able to finish off these kills before Cloud gets to too high percent, especially considering that, you know, Cloud is a character that can get gimped and can die very early as well.
Yeah, and we see Fitz being able to sort of play off that a little bit there, trying to basically scare the Cloud into making bad choices to try to get back to stage here. Ooh, he was super close to being able to punish the Cloud going to platform there.
Ooh, misses finishing touch.
A finishing touch is a very ballsy move to go for. It takes either he accidentally went for it or he was really confident about getting that. So, and now we see that Fitz thinks he knows what the key to victory is here, and we'll see if he's able to land it here. Not quite, but right there.
Ooh, great job by the Pac-Man.
So
no
good.
tech by the Cloud there.
Yeah. It's a fire hydrant can be a weird move. He probably thought it was going to send him out as well. So I can't say I super blame him there. I know I've gotten caught by that myself.
You know, sometimes I'm just pressing the bumper button and I'll just get locked out regardless. So tough tech, not able to get it. We'll see how much percent Fitz is able to get on this stock here.
Now, the hope here would be the fact that he would be able to live and not lose his stock here. Because if he's able to not lose his stock, he'll be getting healed all this percent going into the next match, which is absolutely vital. And to getting an even bigger stock lead and playing off of it.
Absolutely. I'd also like to see him just, you know, rack up percent. So if he does end up losing this stock, that it makes it just that much easier for him to be the first one to take the last one and just win this match.
Ooh,
good back air
that
there
back
by the
air,
Cloud.
just able to weave through, and he's able to keep limit. I figured if he was going to take that stock, he'd have to burn limit for it. Oh, the limit cross slash, being able to shield poke there, which is pretty big. Ooh. Trying to hop around there. We'll have to see. Ooh, heard the up B start to come out, but Fitz was able to hit it off that. Ooh. That up B is such a good get-off-me tool. If your opponent's just kind of throwing out hitboxes around you, it can catch really easily. And with the high damage, Pac-Man can just whip out. You do not want to get caught like that.
Limit almost online here. Got to watch out.
Able to. Now, It seems like you'd be able to punish such a move. Oh, that back
good
air.
DI. Scary back air there right near the ledge, especially on Town and City with those close side blast zones.
If a combo like that is hit again, that will be the end here. We'll have to see if Fitz is able to clutch it up. He has lost the lead, and Cloud at this area is quite scary as well. We'll have to see if he's able to deal with it.
He's definitely looking for back airs at this point.
Yes.
Got the limit charged up again, has really good stats.
Ooh,
Not gonna
he's able to live off it, and he goes high.
Oh, and the back air is going to kill.
Just barely gets clipped by that back air. Oh, that's such a shame. But we've tested out their first player here. We don't know how they stack up against the Reds, but that was an extremely close game. Very easily could have gone either way.
Yeah, unfortunately, Fitz not able to get that one. I feel like the first match is always like the biggest one because one, it kind of sets the pace, sets the momentum, but you also get that character and stage counterpick. So unfortunate for Valpo here, but keeping it really close, and I mean, so far looking like it's going to be a competitive game.
Definitely.
We got a lot of good players in our back pocket still, so hopefully Redbird sent out their strongest first. But you know, typically a lot of teams do like to anchor their stronger players too. So
would not surprise me to see Snake at the very end. Snake being a particularly good character to clean up as well, because if you can't deal with them, then he can run away very easily.
Yeah.
Same with Cloud, as we saw there. All it takes is a little bit of a lead off Cloud. You can really start to get running off that.
Yeah, that's what we saw with the Little Mac on NECC match. You know, game one they had him anchoring, extremely strong player, and then game one he led and just dominated. But yeah, we're going to be waiting around here for stage bans, who we decide to throw in, as looks like we have an interesting pick here coming out.
Interesting. I remember this player was saying that they weren't going to go with their usual, so we'll have to see how this goes. Now, I think I don't want to give it away too early here, so
yeah.
we'll worry about that once the match actually starts here. But first and foremost, before the match can start, we have to worry about what stage we're going to. Now, the last match was on Town and City, and I think every single kill that Cloud got was off the side.
Yeah, I mean, those backers did a lot of work for him, getting early kills on Pac-Man. Not exactly the heaviest character either, but definitely did get some early kills with that back air.
I think knowing that Cloud's there means that we'll be a little bit more reluctant in the future to let Town and City slip through the cracks.
Absolutely.
And so I think with that being the case, it means that maybe one of those times where Fitz died to a back air, he wouldn't have died and would have been able to get the kill back.
I mean, I can't really think of many times where Cloud normally goes off any blast zone other than the side. I mean, a spike maybe, but I mean, he doesn't really go off the top blast so much at all. It's really the side with his side B, forward smash, back air.
Up smash is like the main thing that you're going to see Cloud killing off the top with, which can be good.
Yeah.
But it's still mostly side platforms, which we see.
I mean, when you see a Cloud in neutral with the other character at high percent, you usually just see zoning back airs a lot.
Exactly. It's such a good move.
That's what you see with a lot of top level Clouds. You know, once he has that limit too, he gets the increased mobility, move speed, and can move around really fast in the neutral game, make it tough for Pac-Man to find his moments. So down 10-9 stocks here in this best of 3 match in week 1 of the MVC. I mean, it still feels surreal. I mean, this is something that's been in the works since before I came here. So really excited that we could finally make it happen. Debuting 3 games. We got Smash on Monday, Rocket League Tuesday, Overwatch on Wednesday. We were facing Evansville on Rocket League on Tuesday, another team we've never seen before, and then Overwatch, we're playing Illinois State as well, Redbird Esports. Their Overwatch team is extremely good. So, I mean, that one they're definitely favored in, and they're ranked 8th in the country right now in the Overwatch collegiate rankings, and we're currently not ranked nationally in Overwatch. You know, our Overwatch team has been doing well, but not that well. So
it'll be an interesting an interesting adjustment for each team that is joining this league to see how they're able to hold up, what they're able to do in the face of what is going to be strong competition. And now we go into this next match. We have Dwarvamir on the Samus. So this is usually our link right here.
Yep.
And it's a very interesting pick because Samus loves to stay a little further away from opponents, which if you're able to stay further away from Cloud, he can't really hit you. So I definitely can see the vision here. And on top of that, Samus can get early gimps as well, which can hit Cloud, but we'll have to see how that's able to go starting now. So both of them are starting their match up here with a bit of charging here. And so now we're going to start to see that neutral game come out, and right away we're going to see some projectiles catching him right there. Ooh, able to land that. Able to land, get a grab, and already Cloud is off stage. And this is kind of the ledge trapping that you want to see here. Seems like the Cloud knows that jumping over is going to be one of your better options.
Yeah, Samus with a phenomenal start here, and I mean, if you're the Samus, you really want to take this first stock, bring him back to even. Has the limit, will be able to get back. Looking for ledge trapping, does have that neutral B charged up. Gonna get some percent with that side slash.
Yes. Now I think something that will be interesting to see how they're able to adapt to each other. Now, Cloud here, he's looking just to get one stock off if he can.
Absolutely.
So Samus is trying to see if we can slow, and he clips off the side with the very last hit there. Just barely alive though, so not going to get caught too much. Is able to get back on stage. A good grab here, able to throw him off stage. Now he's jumped every other time, and we see scouting for that immediately with that forward air. That's hits.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, it was a little closer than I thought it was
great
going to
TI by
be.
the Cloud there for
But
sure.
Still very good. So the Cloud was able to get a decent amount of healing, but now that is 100% that was on Samus right there, right down to 0, and we are starting off clean here. The only advantage being the stage pick going to ISU.
You know, we do get our 2 or 3 bans.
I have no idea.
I forget if it's 2 or 3. Anyways, you know, we do get some bans, so we're not going to be on the worst stage possible, but definitely advantage going into the next match. You know, they know what character they're going in, so they get to choose what character they enjoy playing against. Samus goes well into Samus, and also the stage. It's a little bit of an advantage, but ultimately, we do have the stocks evened up here. I thought he opened out that stock very strong, 0 to 90. Cloud did start crawling back a little bit there, but the Samus was able to clean it up with that forward air.
Exactly. Not allowing enough ground to be taken, and doing a very good job at keeping us even in this matchup. That's exactly what we needed. So we will have to see what character they decide to go. Now, Samus has a really good matchup against a lot of different characters, which I think in crew battle means that Samus is usually a character you want to counterpick with, which is kind of what we saw here. But now the ball's on the other court here.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see what their counterpick is. Now, there are a lot of good characters that can just really hurt against characters that want to play at range, like Samus. And so possibly something that a character that likes to get in and do a lot of damage really fast is perhaps something that's going to come out. Maybe something with a reflector to try to counter a lot of these charge shots and other projectiles coming out. Lots of different options here. And maybe they don't have anything that specifically counters. Maybe they're just going to go with whatever their next best character is.
Yeah.
So there's really no way of knowing here.
Got any guesses here? You got a 1 in 56 chance?
Something
Is it
like
56?
That.
I don't know.
I will go on a limb here and say, I'll give myself slightly better odds and say we're going to see a Spacey. So
Fox or Falco?
Fox, Falco, or Wolf. That's my
Wolf
guess.
as well, yeah.
Each of those three have a reflector, and they do really well in close matchups, and they're relatively common characters. I think now, chances are I'm going to be wrong. I'd say I'm going to be wrong. I'm not putting any money on this in the slightest. But I think it's a relatively safe bet. If I have to call for something, I cheat a little bit by choosing 3 characters, but we'll see. Now, to put it on you, what are you expecting to see here?
I think the Me Gunner.
You think Me Gunner? Interesting.
Yeah, Me Gunner. Yeah.
I took 3 characters, so I'll give you 3 characters.
Yeah, let me get the Mies.
You're going to go for the Mies across the board. It's an interesting pick. I mean,
the Mies have been on the come up.
Yeah, we've seen a good amount of Mii players
beginning
recently.
of the game, these Miis were always considered like one of the worst characters, but one of the worst, not the worst. But over the years, more tier lists, the meta's changed a little bit. They're starting to crawl their way up. A couple good Miis in our conferences now. We got a Mii Sword Fighter in the Gluck who's very good. A couple in our region. I saw
I think.
Yeah, I saw a Mii Gunner at Genesis and Top 64 yesterday.
Is it Capsito?
Might have been. He was playing against Riddles, but really good Mii Gunner. So, took him to last stock, last hit a couple times. Didn't end up taking a game. But looks like the stage picks are done, and we are going to Smashville, and we are going to see a Joker. So we were both wrong. To be fair, we didn't have much to go off of.
Yes. Joker is an interesting character. It's a character that does like to get in close and has a counter has a counter. So it kind of plays off those basic principles that we were kind of talking about earlier.
Joker, kind of similar to the Cloud. It's not limit, but he does have his Arsene, which makes him faster, more agile, do more damage. makes his move stronger. So once again, we'll be keeping an eye on that meter in this match.
We see right there, instantly being able to get that meter out. Oh my god, tried to cheese that stock. So this is a very aggressive looking Joker, it looks like. A lot of running in. Some Jokers like to play a little further back and wait for their moments. This Joker seems to be running at there and guns blazing.
Ooh, great tech, good
tech
counter.
on that. But unfortunately, not quite. Oh, just able to sneak past. Very good recovery there coming out from Dwarvamir. And like that, that is gone. This is your chance. This is now your chance to hit the Joker and try to do a number of damage and get the kill.
If there's time to play aggressive with Samus, it's going to be now. You know, when he has that Arsene is when you want to stay as far away as possible, even though it's not really possible. Nice jab back air by the Joker there. Has some great fundamentals. Ooh,
this Joker seems like they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Coming out there with those back airs. Now, as long as we can keep a cool head, though, this is still a very easy game to come back on. So that'll just be a matter of seeing how well this goes from here.
Yeah, it's interesting because, you know, I feel like I'm analyzing the skill level of the players at the same time that I'm watching the match. I'm like, oh, okay, he's got some nice moves there. Arsene almost online here at 86%. Samus really going to want to close out this stock here.
Oh my god, that back air is such a brutal. Got to be careful throwing out any projectile now, because if Joker can counter it now, got to try to play your advantage here. You got to play for time right now if you're the Samus. And that's why, because very close hits like that. Oh my god. Yeah, no, we just see the speed of Joker is really what's at play here. Oh my god, just barely able to snap before that comes through. Right there. Oh my god! Absolutely calls out that forward air with an up smash. Absolutely brutal. This is, you can see here why they picked this character here. They're able to do quite a bit here. And oh! Exactly like that, and the stock is gone. That is absolutely huge here to get that little stock like that. Now, that is a really good start here. That's going to be
great
good.
opening.
52%.
Great grab.
Like that, Arsene is out really early in the stock from the amount of damage that was just put on. Now, unlike in the previous matches, can we see this go a little further here and see if we can hold on to the stock a little bit against Arsene?
Yeah, would really love Samus to take this stock here.
Yes, that would be absolutely huge. I think that we can see it. Oh, good DI, being able to avoid the down air up smash. We know he's going to run off stage here.
Oh, doesn't get the tech that time. Will he be able to get back? Doesn't have jump.
Oh, just barely not able to make it. That's very unfortunate. A very good player, as we're seeing right here, able to get some decently early kills with Arsene, being absolutely brutal.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that air dodge tether grab would have got back. You know, that counter just unfortunate right as his Arsene was ticking down too. But great job by Dwarvamir. Probably not the result he wanted, but Valpo going to be down 2 stocks here, 8-6 in game 1 of this best of 3. You know, as we play them, you know, we're getting more information, you know, which players are good, what characters are they playing. So definitely keeping in mind, you know, what are the tendencies of these players, stuff like that. You got to keep in mind too, because, you know, at any point they could be coming knocking on this door for to grab you too. So
I doubt they'll call me in here specifically, as Joker does pretty well against my characters. But it's always possible, and I'm ready for it. I mean,
everyone does well against your character.
Yes, fair enough. But so we don't know who's going to come out.
Yeah.
Another they're going to have to face with this Joker
aspect too is in our top 5 players we have 2 of the same character, so we have 2 King K rules, and in this conference in the MVC we can only play we can't play any like duplicate characters for multiple people, meaning that we will only be able to play one of our King K rule players. If we decide to play both of them, one of them is going to have to switch off that character. So I mean that may end up being you at some point. But we do get our next character selection in here, and we'll start going on the stage bans. So
I think we can see pretty early off the bat here that this Joker is quite good, and so we're gonna need some power and strength to be able to take these last 2 stocks without hopefully losing any. I'm gonna get it's likely to lose 1 here, I would say. Joker is just a very
if we lose 1 here
and
are able to finish him off, I'd be very happy.
Yes, exactly it. So it really comes down, I think, to these stage bans off of what we're going to be going with, and where we'll go from here. things, and like we said, with every match, we learn more about their characters and what they're going to send out next. The interesting thing is that they probably know at least some of our main characters. We do have streams open to watch, and
Yeah, that is true.
chances are, if they see that if they're trying to be as competitive as possible, they watch this and at least have a decent idea of who we have out. So information-wise, they do get to start off with a bit of an advantage here.
Yeah, we
And
do have Chris going in next. What's his tag?
yes,
So just C. Chris. Anyways,
Chris.
you know, even though that you know that Chris is going in, you have no idea what character he's gonna
That's
play.
very
There's
true.
no scouting Chris. So I mean, you know, I have no idea what character he's gonna play when I walk in every day.
Yes.
So, but we will get to see his Ness versus 2 stocks left of this Joker, looking to climb his way back in this game 1.
Is alrighty. So start off here. This Joker's going to lose stock, and then we are getting into this. You'll have to see how Chris is able to do now. Chris is our best player here. Now, I would say he's definitely our best player here, and is able to do a lot of work this season already.
Best player here that's eligible to play for sure. I'm just joking around.
So
Yeah, Josh himself though, I mean, you know, don't play yourself down. Josh, great player too.
right now, it is on Chris to see what he can do against this Joker here. And already we see an Arsene that is nearly full, which is pretty brutal here. Because the interesting thing is, the less stocks Joker has, the faster he gets Arsene. So it's a pretty good character to play in crew battles like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we see as both of them are kind of bobbing and weaving around each other, and Chris is having a hard time trying to pick a spot to land in. As this Joker is kind of bobbing and weaving a bit. This gun is just so annoying to try to play around, as it does so much.
You know, I never really thought about, you know, a character like Joker being at an advantage, having less stocks like that. I mean, I think about Wario with Waft, I guess, too. It's more of a disadvantage in crew battles, but yeah, interesting to think about. But Ness here, able to absorb for a little bit of healing, gets the back air, no tech. Arsene is gone, looking. Oh, great air dodge, not able to get the up air.
Very smart play by Chris here, able to get rid of Arsene and do decent damage here. Coming close to being able to take a stack. Oh, but that up air on the up smash, I mean on the landing, able to take the stock. And right like that, we see that this Joker is not here to mess around and is not going to try to give us anything for free here.
Yeah, Illinois State moving up to a 3-stock lead here, so Alpha definitely going to want to take some stocks here quick.
Very much so. And we see this Joker, getting off a good combo right there.
Great
Get
extra
41.
credit.
Now, if you're Ness here, the one thing everyone knows that you got to be careful of against facing Ness is that back throw. Well, I have to imagine that this Joker is thinking that in the back of their mind here. Now, Ness has a lot of different kill options, but that's probably the most famous.
Yeah, Joker and Arsene does have a great gun, great side B, a lot of projectile options, but Ness also can absorb them.
Oh, and that seems to be an unfortunate
I thought
mistake.
forward throw would do a lot more considering how strong his back throw is.
It has set knockback, so no matter what percent it is, it will always throw the same.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
I think both up throw and back throw might have killed at that moment. So it's possible that it was just an accidental flick of the stick, but that will do it.
Wow.
That is a true
That'll
combo
easily
right
kill.
there. And so now it's a matter of can he get that next stock without losing another one of his own. This is absolutely vital here, trying to get the stock off. But this Joker is not giving anything here. Now, we've been able to avoid the edge guards as well, which is really vital. As if you can get a good edge guard on Ness, Ness can die very early.
Chris not able to find these fares so far on this stock in neutral. Definitely looking to clutch up here. This Joker is playing so well.
Yes, there seem to be a good amount of Jokers around, and they've been able to do some good damage like that, getting that next stock, and like that, these two players are even again in stocks. And so we need to try to get the stock off right here if we want to have a good chance at being able to come back. This Joker is just being absolutely brutal. The damage that's putting in with Arsene here as well, that damage is only going to increase as we continue. So, will we be able to get it in time, or will this Joker be able to try to steal another stock?
Yeah, I think this Joker has had 5 stocks so far this crew battle. 4 maybe? I think 5. That 5 too many for me, so we need to we need to stop him in his tracks right here. Chris needs to clutch up here for Valpa to have a solid chance at this one.
Side Bs, though, they're so hard to react to online, and we can just see the damage coming off of them, and what they're able to do, especially when they're sudden. Oh my God, he went for it, and then unfortunately he got stuck on the Chris got stuck on the platform there. Uh-oh, I think that's without a jump. He's going to have to use his actual neutral beat, but is able to make it back. Alrighty, we're starting to get to that percent where Joker can start to get hit and killed. So, and a nice little heal there is also quite nice. Every single time Ness is able to absorb a side B, that's one less side B that Joker's likely to throw out in the future. So even if it doesn't actually heal for much, it does a lot to desensitize, to prevent the Joker from throwing out more. Sorry, I could not think of the word to say in my life.
Well, getting close to a last situation here. Vital for Valpo's chance at winning here that Chris is able to close this out. Does have center stage control here. Gonna get a forward throw off stage. Will he be able to make this edge guard? Arsene comes online, gets hit with a big side B.
Oh!
And that back throw will do it!
The super clutch fall down on that to be able to get the back throw. And 150.5%, that is full rage. That is a deadly throw if ever there is one. No matter what Smash game you're in, that back throw will kill you early.
And you know, we were talking about all the healing he was doing during that match. That 150% of rage is going to be healed all the way back down to 0 for this next match.
Exactly.
So, you know, Valpo is down 6 stocks to 4, but Ness with the chance here to kind of negate some of this lead here is going to have a chance at the next character to knock some stocks off. So this is Ness being our third character here. Redbird's about to put in their third character. So, you know, the closer to even we can bring this for our anchor, the better. I mean, we got a couple options for our anchor here. Don't want to think ahead too much, but curious what Coach Jim back there is going to pull out of his back pocket here.
Yes.
So will they be coming for the commentary booth, or will they be going with our MVC captain? So definitely some options.
Yes, and I think each of those options have a lot of reasoning for going with them over the others, but I think that'll depend a lot on what we see next with this next character. Now, again, we still have the rough idea that they maybe are going to have a snake.
You know, that could have just been complete. I mean, for context, they had Snake on the graphic they posted for the game today, and that is the only intel that we have.
For all we know, they threw a dart at a board.
Yeah, they could have just thrown a random Smash character on there. Or maybe, you know, they can have more than 4 players as well, rotate people in and out. Because, I mean, we have one more character to play, and we have the captain of our MVC team, and we have the captain of our varsity team. So, I mean, you know, we're going to have one of our strong players also not playing in this set. So, also potential is just not seeing the Snake at all, and them still having one. So, that's the benefit of having a deep roster, is that, you know, you never know who's coming next. But it looks like we're going to have the Palutena.
I think this makes a decent amount of sense. I mean, if they do have a Snake player, and again, as we said, that's a big if. You're not going to want to send it out against
that's
Snap.
the best guess we got.
Now,
at this point, we haven't seen it yet, so
yes.
I'm kind of giving up on it.
I want to hold true on that one. But now, as we see this match, he does need to remember to lose 2. Oh, this is a button check. We see a button check coming out from their Palutena here. And so this
apologies for that. Going to head back to the caster cam.
And so pretty much both of them are making sure that their controllers are working, things like that. Probably requested on the Palutena.
Maybe even a lag test, but you know, both teams required to use wired internet here. You know, it's been looking pretty clean on our end.
Yeah, but a lot of times, just because it looks clean does not mean that it feels clean. But we'll have to see. Now, the interesting thing is about if they're going Palutena, it's Palutena's side B is a fire move, which restores a good amount of health if you're able to catch it. Now, that's a relatively big if, because it's not always the easiest to know when it's coming.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see how that goes here. Now, that little test there was just on PS2. We'll have to see if that's actually the stage they're going to, or if they decide to go with a different one. So,
yeah, I'm assuming the fact that they changed the character, even though we did see a button test, that they'll stick with the Palutena. Or maybe, it looks like the stage has already been selected.
Yes. Alrighty, and like that,
we'll be heading right back into it. Sorry for the short delay.
Yes.
Very important aspect, as Wes and Aubrey were talking about last Saturday, is this, you know, the stages, I mean, it changes the game. I mean, you know, Hollow Bastion, it's got the big center platform, changes the neutral game. All the blast zones are different on each stage. So, big part of the game, even though it kind of takes some time away from the game. It's like a little timeout for us. But 1 stocks to 3 here. Valpo down 6 to 4 stocks in game 1 of this best of 3 versus Illinois State. We got the Palutena coming in versus Chris on the Ness.
I think this is, I don't know exactly, but I'm pretty sure this matchup is favored for Palutena. The hitboxes on average tend to be just slightly bigger than a lot of Ness's, but Ness still has, I think, better frame data on it, but Palutena also has a really good Nair. That Nair alone can be really strong. But,
yeah, I was scared with that down throw Palutena had, we were going to see a bunch of Nairs, but luckily able to get out of it. Good start here for Chris.
Yes. We're seeing a roughly even match. Now, every stock we can get here is absolutely huge going into whoever we send in last. It's one less stock that they have to worry about here. And I think this Palutena, unless they are confident that they're not going to get it absorbed, are not going to be throwing out that many either neutral Bs or side Bs, as both of them can, in fact, can get absorbed by Ness, and that just converts what should be your damage into their health. That is what we're hoping to see, is a lot of that. Every bit of health really matters here. Ooh, we see the down smash start to come out, and that can really catch a teleport recovery. And at the very least, even if he doesn't go for it or kill with it, that's going to be sitting in their brain.
Ooh, I think he was rolling behind to look for a back throw.
Yes, definitely. Oh my goodness, that could have been huge right there. Uh-oh. Oh god,
good air dodge.
Just able to make
Ness
it back.
has a great air dodge. Most characters not able to get back with that air dodge.
Yes. Speaking of great moves, back air.
Back air is going to do it.
Stock there, and that's absolutely massive now.
Yeah, huge by Chris. Put it within striking distance.
With that means even the very worst, the next player is gonna have to take 5 stocks.
Yep.
Just as I say it there. Now, it looked like they were pretty even in that match, but I think that Chris in the rematch could probably take some more stocks there as well.
Yeah, and I mean Chris too. You know, as we get to see more characters, he only knew that he was going into the Joker. Yeah, it was Joker. So I mean, maybe against Palutena, he likes Falcon, Wolf, anyone else in the entire cast that he can play.
For all we know, he'll be pulling out the pit or perhaps the Zero Suit next
Might just
match.
pick random. So.
It's always a possibility that we have to keep in mind here.
Yeah, it has been a big adjustment for me getting used to the Chris shenanigans of his character picks, because typically, a lot of players will get just looking back to see if anyone's coming for you.
I'm
keeping a side eye there. But typically players do kind of have one main and stick to it and practice it. But Chris kind of just comes in and whatever he's feeling, he's playing, and you can't be too upset with him when he's playing well, and I mean, I can't go in there and tell him you got to play this and that. I mean, ultimately it's his decision, and he is very successful with the characters he picks, and it also gives him the option to kind of even have more counter pick like ability too. But it looks like Josh will be staying here in the booth with me as our next character is locked in here.
And so
this is an interesting pick here. Not the biggest fan of it. The only reason why is just because I just played with him outside like a half hour ago, and I played against both of his characters. I thought the other one was better, but
he feels more comfortable into a matchup, and especially against a character like Palutena, you want a character that's not going to be comboed easily. So
Palutena, a very bad matchup for King K. Rool. Also, if you're confident with the character, I mean, I think you just roll with it. We're just talking about Chris being confident on his plethora of characters. So we will have, Cruel. Yeah, that's Tech Cruel. Coming in next, our MVC captain. Haven't seen much of him. He has not played yet this semester in NECC or GLEC. So I think Mondays are his day that he's going to be able to shine here for us. New member of the squad in the fall. Hasn't got much playing time in the fall, but
yes, I believe he single-handedly took out Defiance when we.
In the GLEC, yeah. And did hop into some NECC games and performed well every time he's been in. But we will see him on a new character debut here. Yeah.
I think we'll have to see how this goes. And like I said, at this point, even if we don't win here, we've still scouted out a lot of their characters.
Yeah.
Now we have that information that maybe they thought they had the advantage of before. Now, they still may have more that they can pull out, but we at least know some of their base characters that they can go with here.
Yeah.
So with that, we'll be able to plan better, figure out who we're going to send in, when we're going to send in. And I think Cruel, if he had his choice, would take him to Palutena's temple, but I don't think that's going to be able to happen here. Or would pull out the Breaking Bad custom stage.
Our 50 minutes in here into the set here in game 1. So could be a long match here if we go to game 3, and hopefully we will.
I mean, hopefully we take it
well.
here, and then we'll take the next one. But
Yeah, actually, hopefully we don't go to game 3. I'm not a big fan of the 4 character crew battle game 3s. It makes for a long night, but
moment I thought we were about to back up for some reason, but nope, we are getting right into this game, and so this Palutena is going to have to lose 1 stock. So
we will have Cruel on the Diddy Kong. I'm not sure if we've stated that yet or just hinted at it.
I think we've mainly been hinting at it so far. You
Always got to be careful for the stream snipers. Never know. But this Diddy Kong he's been working on a lot. Feels like you get a lot of better matches than with the K rule, and then also,
very much so.
a lot of stage sets in online crew battles. Don't allow for us to have 2 of the same characters. And since you are, very great on King K rule, I think, that's another reason this Diddy Kong's coming out.
Yes. And we see right off the bat here, this has been a lot of testing each other in neutral, trying to see who feels comfortable doing what, and figuring out what the flow of this match is going to be. And so even though it's looking a little on the low side now, it's very easily could change if one player is able to figure out something about the other.
Banana, extremely strong projectile in this game, and right now it's in Palutena's hands. So I mean, if you know how to play with it, I'm hoping you know how to play against it here. So got to be careful of that.
We see right away just trying to go for I don't even know if that would kill, but just a lot of damage with that big hit there. And so, yep. We're able to see pretty easily that this Palutena just seems to be throwing it. The peanut gun just blasted Palutena right in the schnoz with that one. able to get a nice shot and able to get a bit of advantage off it. And like that, this gap that we saw has become closer. If I can talk for a moment. Sometimes you just lose that ability to speak. This match has actually completely switched now, so that is really big now.
Back throw is gonna kill.
The hope was that Banana would get the trip and would lead to a forward smash, just barely not able to.
So keep in mind here, Illinois State still does have another character down 5 stocks to 2. Diddy Kong, I think one of his biggest weaknesses is kill power, is kill options. So, I'm not sure what confirms Diddy Kong has, as I'm not super experienced with it. Haven't seen it on this stream yet at all this year. But definitely wants to get this kill as early as possible, keeping that 0%.
Banana's back, and one good banana throw, just like that. And this match is now even.
I did know that kill confirmed Banana in an up smash.
Yes, that's the thing. If Diddy Kong can't land their banana stuff, then it can be difficult to kill. If you can land a banana, then you're able to get pretty respectable kills. Right away, we're seeing a quick comeback from Palutena here. Able to get a very fast 56%, 57% coming out here. But we will not take this sitting down here, as it's time to monkey around here, as we see a very fast, almost 50%. There's some very nice damage coming out. Now, just got to avoid this back air. This back air is very dangerous, but that up smash is very smart. Option. It covers so much ground there. We see right away, able to return it. Oh, grab the banana. I'm shocked that explosive flame hit.
Yeah, it looks like he almost got sucked into it like a wind box there.
Yeah, very close.
Oh, not great DI there. Gonna kill.
Now, getting the stock is extremely important, because we really badly need. It would help a lot to see who this last player is.
We were in the broadcast booth last time. We had this exact same situation when we had that little Mac.
You were able to see
you are going to have a 3-stock to win game 1 of this set, but it gives us just more information. At this level in collegiate, you're not going to see many 3-stocks, but not only one does it give it a chance to win the game, but also see the last character available.
It's always a possibility that they sent out their 3 strongest people first, and the last person they have might not be as good. And so just at least having that chance, having that knowledge is huge. And we see just this huge bit of both of these characters testing the water.
Yeah, depth is really important. Sometimes we see teams that has one really, really strong player, and then, some players that are not quite as good. So, hoping that'll be the case here. But like you said, ISU, very big state school, so hopefully there's a chance they have a lot of players to pull from here.
So we'll have to see who, in fact, they're able to pull from here. Oh, tries to get a call out on after tripping with the banana, and unfortunately not able to get as they roll in there. Oh, able just to run inside and then just chucks the goddess that is literally a goddess in Palutena. So sometimes just throwing your enemy seems to be the best way to deal with it. We'll have to see if that continues here.
I think I'd like to see a win too, just for a confidence boost for Cruel here.
Yes, definitely.
And just for the team as a whole. Bringing it to the last character makes it a very close in game one. Just one banana hit and smash attack. Don't think he has any kill throws here, but Palutena, that back throw, that up air, a lot of options to kill.
Back throw is getting close, and that will take
yes, that'll do it.
Very good. And with that, we are going, in fact, to see their last player for this set. Now, it's always possible they'll send in someone different from who their actual last player would normally be.
Although that is kind of a risky option as well.
Risky option, and we get to heal 90% off of that pretty much.
Yeah.
And if they decide to be greedy with it and try to not send in their next best person, we could see a 3-stock happen here. So it's a very greedy move. So I'm guessing we'll see who their next top player is, and I'm still going to say it. Our best guess here is still Snake. Is it the most common?
I think I'm thinking Hero.
You're going to go. You know what? We've seen a surprising amount of heroes recently. Kind of like you said, we've seen a surprising amount of Heroes been on the come up. We've seen a lot of heroes, and I am always happy to see some more hero shenanigans. A little less happy when it's against our team, unless they accidentally kaboom themselves a couple times.
Yeah, maybe we see a hero and a top decking kaboom or something like that. You never know.
Nothing like a hero top decking kamikaze 3 times in a row. I've seen crazier things happen.
Yeah.
So, and by crazier things, I mean I've done that. Thankfully not in bracket, but I have done that because hero for the longest time probably was my strongest second character. Never trusted myself not to kill myself accidentally in an actual match, but
yeah. That was a hero meta for a while. It's just top decking, just instantly clicking this RNG randomized ability. I think it rotates through like 10 or 12 different options. But I mean, I don't know why we're going so in depth about this character because there's an extremely low likelihood that it happens.
One in however many characters they have.
Yeah, just burning a little time here while we're doing stage selections, picking their last character. But I am excited to see who their last character is going to be. And, I really would like Ben to go after here.
We actually, in fact, do see that the snake is nowhere to be seen. Very unfortunate, very unfortunate. And instead, we have a PT, a Pokemon trainer. A very strong character that can swap between 3 different characters depending on what the situation calls for. And it looks like they're going to start off here with Squirtle.
Yeah, Squirtle-like character, very.
And we are having another button check here to start off this match.
Apologies. Sorry.
We do not get informed of these
we don't want
checks.
to miss the beginning of the match at the same time, so I think we're just going to get a glimpse of the button check every once in a while.
I hope that you guys can sanction a little bit of buffoonery if it means that we don't accidentally miss the start of a match.
Yeah.
Do we have anybody in chat that has anything they would like to say? Any thoughts on what we're seeing here?
We got Dr. Brozo, absolute legend in the Valpo Esports program, saying the Valley runs deep. Appears to be very hyped for this game.
Yes.
Us competing in the MVC in its inaugural season, very excited. If you didn't catch the beginning of the broadcast, this is week 1 of the MVC. It is our athletic conference, so really excited, really big for the program, big for the university, big for the conference, and big for collegiate esports. So it's a big day. We are kind of extending ourselves a little bit, competing in 3 conferences at once, but I think coaches, the administrators, and the players, kind of took this leap and felt like it'd be a good opportunity for the future. Yes. And I think overall, we're really excited and happy to do it.
I think the chat's not scrolling down all the way over there.
Hanny B25 says, "Woo, let's go."
Woo, indeed.
I agree.
So now we have Oh, I think they were a first-time chatter as well. Oh, cool.
Oh yeah,
Glad to be
tuning in for the
glad to have your
MVC
first chat
debut.
here. Very fun.
Unless if they're cheering for ISU and they're wooing because they're
Yes.
also a
Uh,
potential. You know, we do welcome our fans, family, friends, but also our enemies as well, as Blake always says in
I
his
do not.
intro.
I'm going to call it a hunch here and say that this is, in fact, that is not an enemy. But an enemy that we do have in front of us is the Squirtle, instantly getting a quick 26% here. So we'll have to see how well they're able to do here. As if we're able to monkey around, which is all three of these different characters, and yes, I did repeat the same joke from earlier. And right away,
Yeah.
we see the Squirtle trying to get the banana and trying to use that to get some more damage. Now, we'll have to see if any of the opponents seem like they're particularly good with items here. In which case, we'll want to make sure in the future we don't give them any items by they're not sending in a character that can take advantage of that.
Yeah, the Squirtle's looking really strong so far, really quick.
Yes.
Unique thing about Pokemon Trainer, it does have 3 different characters. As we see the switch to Ivysaur, kind of an all-around mix of
Ooh.
everything. Great banana use there to miss the forward
Yes.
smash, cancel it there. And
Yes.
then lastly, you have Charizard, a lot of kill power, very heavy, but also very
Dash
combo
attack
susceptible.
Thing with Ivysaur here is that if you're above or below them, it can be very dangerous. They have a lot of damage and a lot of killing that they can do here. So you've got to be very careful. I think at this percent, most up airs will either kill or send very high to lead into another one. Tries to get the kill right there with a forward smash, but not able to do it. Now we're able to get him off stage. If we can get this ledge trap down, it looks like it's prioritized to get the banana instead. Now, seeing how this Ivysaur just seems to want to throw it back. To the banana. Oh no, across the stage? Oh, I guess so. Charizard is a heavy, the switch into the kill, and that is it for the first match. I think
First
it's what?
game of
First
the set.
set? Yes,
First
because
game
set
of the
match.
set.
Yes.
So a best of 3 series here. So first of 2, as we will take a short break here and be back momentarily, 3-4 minutes. Have our guys take a quick break and get settled in, kind of talk things over. But we'll be back with you guys in a couple minutes. See you then. Welcome, and we are back with game 2 here. As you can see, Josh is not here. He is on the other side of the wall. Looks like he's going to be hopping in for game 2, starting off, or at least over there to be hopping in at some point. Once again, I'm Speedy Killer Ninja, and right now I am joined with...
Jake.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, it's fun. So this is week 1 of the Missouri Valley Conference, our inaugural season here. What are your thoughts on joining our athletic conference? Excited? Any comments?
I mean, I'm just play, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. Next couple of weeks, we are going to have a lot of Smash games and a lot of games as general, as we have a 2-week spring break, meaning that those games will need to be rescheduled to before spring break happens. So the next 2 weeks, we are slammed with matches, so we will be streaming a lot. Tonight, we only have Smash. Tomorrow, we have MVC Rocket League. Wednesday, we have MVC Overwatch. Thursday, we have Varsity and Academy Overwatch and NECC. Friday, we have Varsity and Academy Rocket League and NECC. And then Saturday, we are hosting Manchester University for Great Lakes Esports Conference, starting off with Rocket League, Smash, and then Overwatch. So another packed week. A lot of matches happening off stream as well. Got a lot of conflicting times. So the lab will be hustling and bustling this week as, midterms are coming up. Spring break's coming up. It's an exciting time on campus. Definitely busy, but excited to be here. So it looks like we're going to be starting off with our King K rule on Battlefield. So, did you watch the first match? Do you have any thoughts on specific characters? Oh, as we do see a Roy as their first character. Yeah, it looked like they had a solid Joker. Solid plays across the board. Looks like they have a lot of depth here as they are starting off with a Roy. It looks like we are actually starting with a button check, so we'll hop back to the caster cam. But yeah, what do you think? Who do you think was their best player in game 1?
The Joker just seemed like he had really good control of just the stage and his mechanics. Palatine was pretty scary, but I think the Joker probably did.
Yeah, I even thought the PT was looking really good, but there wasn't enough game to really tell. But the Joker, as far as stocks, took 5 stocks, so technically in the books, stat-wise, is the MVP of game 1 for sure. Curious to see this Roy. Curious if it's, we don't know if it's the same player, different character, if it's a different person altogether. But yeah, button check is over, so hopefully we'll be hopping in the match soon. Like we noted earlier, in this conference, in the MVC, you can only play one character once in a game, meaning that we have 2 King K rules. We're using one of them now. That Diddy Kong, his main is also King K rule. So if Cruel does play again, it's not going to be King K rule. It's also important strategic component coming to play there, as we will finally hop into game 2 here in this best of 3 series versus Illinois State. So what are your thoughts on this matchup? There's one thing I'm thinking of specifically when it comes to K rule Roy.
Yeah, I mean, just Roy is just like a solid character, and especially got a lot of good combos and stuff that K-Roll's got.
Yeah, when I think about this matchup, if King K. Rool is able to get Roy off stage, that Nair does so well against Roy's up B. And we'll probably see it. Oh, not able to get it there. But the belly armor makes for a trade, and then Roy actually dies from it. So able to get some early kills, but Roy's neutral game looking really strong here against Josh Pizza Man, who is just in the booth with us, who is one of our strongest players on the team. Does end up losing the first stock, going down 12 to 11 here. Roy only at 45%.
Belly armor cheese.
Yeah, we definitely gonna need some early edge guards, quick stocks here. As looking at their team, it's gonna be big for us to come out of this one with a win in game 1. As we do see some great forward airs and a back air. Edge guard is looking good. Ooh, just misses the forward smash. That could have been the stock. This is looking like ISU's best player we've seen so far. especially considering, you know, this is arguably one of the best players we have starting off here. So MVC primarily varsity roster we got going today. See the Wanderlust not able to get the cheese ledge trap there. Very important for Josh to be able to close out the stock here. Does get the armor. Oh, the return crown, huge. Not able to get the nair to come out just yet. Back here is going to do it. Dash attack will do it as well. So we are down to 11 stocks to 10. ISU with the lead, and we are even here. Big for Josh here to not allow too big of a lead here for ISU this early in game 2. So going to be really important to take this stock. Roy with a great start, great parry. Roy's neutral is phenomenal. Definitely one of the best players we've seen on the stream so far this year. Up B going to do a lot of percent, not a lot of kill power. But Roy has back throw, side B, forward smash, a lot of kill options. K-Rool looking for this edge guard. Roy goes high, good option there. Their edge guard opportunity, not able to get it. And doesn't get the tech, unfortunate. Oh, Josh, only able to take one stock there. Unfortunate for Valpo as we go down 11 stocks to 9 here. Roy looking like a very solid player. You know, couple close opportunities on those edge guards there, you know, maybe if you're a little more confident getting out there earlier. But, I mean, ultimately the Roy, you know, was able to recover high the first time, second time able to sneak through with the up B and get the reversal even with the back air. So unfortunate here for Valpo as we will be trying to figure out who we go with next and also with our stage selection. Thoughts on that game there?
Yeah, you were talking about that Roy's neutral. He had, you know, he's rolling the neutral and the edge, like the ledge traps weren't no slouch there either.
Yeah, he was doing a great job edge guarding King K-Rool, which sometimes can be a tricky task. It looks like we are going to get Dwarvmare coming in next. This time not on the Samus, actually on the Link, as the stage picks are coming through. Like we noted earlier in the broadcast, ISU probably the strongest program as a whole we'll be facing in the MVC. You are their big state school, a lot of students compared to us especially, but also a very renowned esports program in college esports. Ranked top 10 nationally in Overwatch and League of Legends. So, you know, going into this, we knew their Smash team was going to be tough. Didn't really know exactly what we were going against, but did know they were going to be a big challenge. And, you know, this roster so far this year in the Great Lakes Esports Conference is 7-0. So, I mean, that kind of just tells you how talented and strong this ISU roster is. So, later on this week in Overwatch, we will also be playing ISU. They are ranked 8th in the country in collegiate Overwatch. We're able to get some OWL players, some top level players. Did a lot of great recruiting over the year. And, you know, with those scholarships, able to do a lot of work in the recruitment department too. So very strong Overwatch team there. And then we are taking on Evansville in Rocket League on Tuesday. Not really sure what to expect there, but there is a large variety of skill within the MVC. You know, we got smaller club student programs. We got bigger established programs with lots of staff, salary, scholarships, stuff like that. So going to be interesting to see in this first inaugural semester how we kind of, where we end up. So how do you feel about this matchup, Link into Roy?
It's gonna be tough to beat. I know that
Or Goldenshroom? Oh, Dwarvmare. I thought you were talking about our Roy.
oh no, yeah, yeah, and his Link is phenomenal as well. So I'm sure that definitely can get a lot.
Yeah, this is
Josh's King K. Rool.
This is someone who started on our Great Lakes Esports Conference team in the fall on our varsity roster. So, very strong player. I do think the matchup is a little bit better. I mean, King K. Rool does have a good matchup into Roy as well. Like you said, I think this Roy is just a really talented player. And it looks like we'll be hopping right into this one. We have Dwarfmare on the link versus ISU's first character there, Roy. Roy gonna have to drop stock here. Valpo down 11-9. Taunts come through. And here comes the Link neutral game. Gonna look to stay away, find his moments. Using a lot of boomerangs and arrow. Great start so far. Oh my goodness, this Roy is phenomenal, but he does SD and Link's able to get back. Roy with the forward air just goes a tad bit too far.
Got a little greedy.
And he gets the strong forward smash there. Typically you hear tipper F smash, but on Roy it's actually the closer the sword is to the body, the stronger it is. So, you know, that forward smash hitting right at the sweet spot there for Roy. Roy kind of at high percent here. Link looking for an edge guard. This Link is playing phenomenal. Not able to catch him with the up B. Got to be careful here. Just able to get back. Now I was thinking it almost had to be a bomb recovery.
Better to just hang back to projectiles.
Great
or
forward
go
smash.
Into the forward smash.
Catching the tech in place.
Huh.
As we will have 9 stocks to 8 here. And Dwarfmare looking extremely solid here. You know, I was a bit worried when we saw Pizza Man on the King K. Rool losing by 2 stocks there. You know, maybe wasn't warmed up enough, but I mean, the Roy looked extremely good. Dwarfmare, I think, just outplaying the Roy in that game. Able to take out this one with 2 stocks left, so cutting the deficit down to 1 stock here, 9-8 in this game 2 best of 3 series. So Valpo looking to extend this series to a game 3 here, and you know, looks like we're on the right track with this Link pick here, looking very strong. Any specific thoughts on that match?
The projectiles, just the Roy was struggling against the projectiles like.
Yeah. It looked like Roy was really struggling to get in, and then the one time he did get in and got a really big opening, he went a little too far with it and not able to get back to the edge there with the up B. Roy does not have a great recovery, at least vertically or horizontally.
Pocket 50, but he also took it.
Yeah, he also took his own stock pretty early there, so very fortunate for Valpo there. Sounds like the team is game planning back there, figuring out what stage to pick. So with Link, I think, you know, the bigger stage you can have, the better. Just so you can space yourself out against characters. Characters we saw in game 1 were Cloud, Joker, oh my goodness, Palutena, and then they finished off with who?
Pokemon Trainer.
Pokemon Trainer, yeah. So thinking about those characters, I think Joker's a good matchup. Our Link has a lot of experience with Joker. As CQ9, who you often see on the Smash broadcast, plays a lot of Joker. I think PT is a pretty good matchup too. So I think we are going to see someone from game 1. Unless if, you know, they just have an incredibly deep roster and they just put in a new person as well. That's always an option too. So.
They also seem to be playing top tier characters as well, so that's a little haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
Like a Kazuya or a.
Yeah. We were talking about it before the broadcast too. Steve is legal in this league, so I mean, we could really see anyone. And when you're thinking top teams, you're thinking DLC, Shoto, Steve, Kazuya, like you said. You know, and
Yeah. Something could be.
And our players don't really play a whole lot of that. You know, the only real top tier experience they have is my Kazuya, which, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, I only hop in practice every once in a while. But looks like we will get the Pokemon Trainer here, who finished off game 1, looked pretty strong against our Captain Cruel on the Diddy Kong. Valpo will drop a stock here. Maybe be a button check. Oh, looks like we're hopping right into it. ISU requesting a button check on a couple of them, but not this time it looks like. We'll get the taunts coming through. Starting off with the Squirtle again. His Squirtle was looking really strong. Did have a late switch to the Ivysaur. So, you know, keep an eye out for that. You know, potential for early stock here if he does stay on that Squirtle for too long.
Gotta be careful. Boss chasing the Squirtle around the stage.
Yeah, Squirtle quick. Has a great combo game. But like I said, it is light. Can get killed very early and not the best recovery. So most Pokemon trainers kind of seem like they have their one dominant character here. And it looks like Squirtle's kind of his character that he's mastered within this set of 3 characters. So PT, always an interesting character, fun to watch. As it's kind of just 3 characters built into one. So if you're having a character crisis, you know, I feel like PT is always the answer because then you can just switch who you want to play without actually having to switch what character you play. But very even game so far here. Little slow pace. First edge guard opportunity. Link is able to get out of the corner. Little doing a great job of keeping the center stage control. Gets the switch, couple iframes in there. Big down smash there. Now up air is going to do it. Dwarfmare is on fire right now. Evening up the game, 8 stocks to 8 stocks, and you know, 71%, not too much, especially if he's staying on Squirtle. Squirtle does not necessarily have that kill power.
Go with those projectiles, allows him to hit some
Great nair to down tilt there. Dwarfmare definitely making a statement so far in the MVC. Great up tilt.
Oh.
Oh! Ivysaur down air.
Yeah.
Extremely strong on the 2 frame. I like to call it the 20 frame because it is extremely easy to hit. But makes it for early edge guard kill there. A little bit of a gimp. So ISU going to take back the lead with 1 stock lead here, age 7. But you know, interesting here how he, you know, switched to the Ivysaur for that edge guard, switched to Charizard, switched immediately back to the Squirtle because, you know, he really likes the Squirtle. But at this percent, got to be careful. Massive read with the forward smash. A couple more hits here. Probably going to see a switch to that Charizard unless if Dwarfmare can get an early kill here. Great job being patient, looking for his moment. Safe nair on shield. Oh, up smash not safe, however. Got to be very careful whenever you're below or above Ivysaur, like Josh mentioned in game 1. Up air and down air. Massive hitbox, does a ton of damage, and the forward air is going to do it. Let's see if Valpo's able to take the first lead of this series here. 7 stocks apiece, is up 130%. Gonna be able to make it back. Ivysaur not able to get the edge guard that time. Looking for a massive forward smash, not able to find it.
Oh, and this is swap the Charizard.
Yeah, Charizard will kill with any move, but he is very combo susceptible. And the up smash out of shield is gonna do it. But great performance there by Dwarfmare. Able to get 4 stocks. So, I mean, anytime you get more than 3, you've done more than your job. So, great job by Dwarfmare. You know, cutting that lead down to 1 stock for Valpo. And going to be curious to see who we throw in next here. I think we got 3 or 4 different options here. So, curious who feels comfortable in the PT. We did just have a PT dual main join our team, so did have a little bit of PT practice for some of our players before this match today. So that's good to see. PT, decently common character, not exactly a matchup check, so I'm sure a couple of our players feel pretty confident into it. What are your thoughts on PT? You a fan?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a really interesting game. Oh, sorry about that.
Sorry about that. Small technical difficulty, but we're back.
I mean, yeah, like you were saying, a lot of Pokemon trainer mains have their main character. Definitely appears to be Squirtle here. I'll throw in Wolf. This is probably I didn't catch the tag.
C. Chris.
C, yeah.
Yeah, you know
Chris
we
is
call him Chris.
okay. Cool. Sorry, my first time casting. I
Yeah,
don't know
with
how
Smash,
I should talk
it's,
about people.
yeah, Smash, it's weird because not everyone really has a solidified tag. Where in the PC games, you know, your tag is more of your identity than it is in Smash. But Chris, you know, his player tag is C, but also cool with Going with Chris as well. So we got Josh Pizza Man, the Wear of Mare, Cruel, another option, Cruel, the captain of our MVC team. I haven't got to see a lot of him so far this semester. I think that was his debut in Game 1. But excited to see the Wolf here. So we saw Chris on the Ness in Game 1, and like me and Josh were kind of joking about it, he kind of plays every character. And right now we're seeing the Wolf, so I guess he feels strongly about the Wolf in the PT matchup. I agree with him. I think it's a great matchup and great way to try and even out these stocks. So Josh did make the statement that he thinks Chris is the best player on our team. Very humble of him.
I mean, whether or not he's has the best game, he definitely has the most game knowledge. Like he can competently play a vast majority
Definitely
of
has
characters
the
on the
most
roster.
character depth for sure. You know, if we're just going off Game 2, Josh not having the greatest performance, probably not feeling great about that. But Chris going to have an opportunity to really clutch up and step up here and force a Game 3. As Valpo has... Oh, sorry here. Got the stock count wrong, actually. That real quick. So Valpo down 6-7 here. Sorry, a little technical difficulties. But yeah, Chris is going to have a chance here to really cement himself in the MVC book early here on day 1. So Chris, definitely one of our most clutch players for sure. Plays great under pressure. Has been around, been on the team for a long time, and has been in these situations a lot. You know, down in the stock count and need him to have a good game here. So.
Even just last round, he was able to hold his own really well against that Joker, so it's no doubt in my mind he'll at least even it up. I mean, but
You're hopping in here. Valpo down 6-7, down 1-0 in game count in this best of 3 series.
3, 2, 1, go!
We'll see Squirtle lose the stock here.
Ducks.
Squirtle, oh yeah, 2 stocks. Apologies. Gonna use that Charizard so he can respawn with the Squirtle. Squirtle pretty solid into Wolf, but gotta be careful. Wolf does very well into Charizard and Ivysaur. Great forward air and a grab, able to get an up air off it, 30%. Job utilizing the laser as well. Spacing looking phenomenal so far. Pace is definitely quicker here. Great fade back laser, dash attack, and down smash. Gonna get him all the way to 90%. Gonna force the switch to Ivysaur off of their comfort. Air out of shield, gonna neutralize it a little bit for the PT. No, I think it's really huge to have that early trade just to force him off his comfort with that Squirtle, though. No, if you are PT, though, probably pretty proficient at most characters, but definitely the Squirtle felt like his comfort. Wolf going to be at 69% here, looking to take the stock. Soar with Rage. Maybe looking to change the Charizard here. Could provide for some early kill power and some more sustainability. Wolf looking for a back throw, up smash. A lot of different kill options as we do this switch to Charizard. But accidentally neutral be in the wrong direction, going to be able to provide a punish. Able to get the 2-frame, but back throw, put in another edge guard position. Flare Blitz across the stage. We'll get him back to center stage and back to neutral. Wolf's doing a great job of utilizing this laser. Phenomenal projectile, stuns their opponent for a short period of time. Both of them looking for the up smash, but the Charizard's able to get it, and great DI, able to live the dash attack. Nair I'll take it. Charizard at 170. Both characters can easily kill in this position. Both of them fishing for up smashes, and the Wolf will take it with the backer. Woo! Even it up 6-6. Oh, that was crazy there. They were both
That was
swinging.
intense,
They
yeah.
were swinging. So huge by Wolf there, evening it up to 6-6. Chris here able to take that 120% plus and bring it all the way back down to 0. And it will be an even 3-stock to 3-stock match, and we'll get started right off the go for the next one. So we got the Cloud, got a lot of different options we can see here. You know, I'm personally expecting the Joker. Luckily, Chris having a good amount of Joker experience here. Who do you think they're going to throw next?
They could either go with the Joker or the Palutena. That
Oh, Palutena.
Palutena definitely gave us some trouble last round, but
yeah, they're, you know, now I'm thinking about it, Palutena is great in the Wolf as well. A lot of options here. Also, of course, could always see a new character as well, as we did see so far here in Game 2. But, you know, it is nice knowing that we do have a little bit of information for those stage bans. So, you know, if you're Wolf, not really sure what stage Wolf's like. I mean, I was going to say maybe Town and City, but then again, so does Palu, so does Cloud. Because, I mean, all of them kind of have those back airs that can kill really early on the side blast zone.
Jason and Palu definitely don't want to be on Town or Battlefield because they got those upper platforms. Definitely.
Yeah.
Palu's looking for.
Yeah, it'll be tough against Palu to really like get back on the ground, get back to neutral. Because once Palu gets that advantage, down throw, nair.
Yeah.
My
favorite Palutena combo, nair.
Yeah. Then once you're above her, I mean, it gets really tough just to land and get back to neutral. Her up air covers so much space, has so much priority, beats everything. Her up air, fun fact, beats Ganondorf's down B.
Of course it does.
Yeah, it's absurd. Yeah, I used to play Ganon, and I was always astonished by that. I hated Palutena. But very strong there.
Palutena is
I think
just
I'm going to
so many
switch my vote to
characters.
thinking Palutena is probably the next character.
Palutena is just so many characters' worst matchup. It's like kind of insane.
Yeah. Palutena has a lot of good matchups. Can't really think of many bad ones. I mean, Steve, some Shotos maybe, which is pretty much also everyone's bad matchup. You know, Lumi Rank did come out with a new tier list as well, and I believe Palutena was in high B, low A, so a very strong character. Then again, you know, we did see Cloud highlighted last night at Genesis. So some strong higher tier characters here. As Valpo, we like to roll with the low tiers here with King K. Rool. Yeah, mostly just King K. Rool. But I mean, we don't have any like top tier characters either. So looks like Chris is getting a little impatient here in the lobby. Kind of hanging out, but ISU, you know, they're realizing we tied this up. You know, they're really thinking hard about this decision, what stage they want to go to, what character they want to throw in. Talking about this Wolf, you know, what are his weaknesses, are his strengths. As I'm sure ISU, being a great program, is probably a great Smash coach, talking to his different players, captains, seeing what the best stage, what character to throw in against this Wolf. Looks like we are finally almost ready. Oh, just got the stage selection in. So stage is locked in with Final
FD.
Destination. Interesting. I have no idea who we're going to see there. I have no idea what that means. And wow, this is going to be interesting. We got a Kirby.
Hi.
So what are your thoughts on the Kirby here?
We were just talking about how we love our low tiers, but here we are with Kirby.
Yeah, we definitely have the tier advantage here. Thinking about this match here, are going to get a button check. Kirby notably has his neutral B that can suck in his opponent and take his neutral B ability. Being Wolf's laser, saw how good it was and how much he utilized it in the first game. So button check here, just meaning the players are checking their controls, making sure their movesets are all good. Maybe even checking the internet connection, making sure everything's good to go. So we will be starting momentarily against the Kirby, unless if they just picked the Kirby for the button check.
That would be kind of
also
funny,
a possibility,
but
also for the previous button checks, they did pick the character there.
I mean, I'd be about seeing some Kirby though. Like,
I'd love to see a Kirby, and we will.
And
see
we
a
are.
Kirby. You know, Kirby, you know, someone I wasn't exactly expecting today, so I had to throw it out there. I was like, oh, you never know. But 6 stocks to 6. Valpo on match, or excuse me, ISU on match point here, up 1-0 in the series. But stocks are tied up 6-6. Kirby with a strong combo game, also great edge guard game.
Oh,
Wow, not
especially
gonna get that
against
tick.
Wolf with the recovery. Oh no!
Valpo unfortunately gonna get quick stocks taken there, looking for the neutral B off the stage there. Chris definitely not gonna fall for that one.
We were kind of joking about the low tiers, but really like just a testament to how well balanced this game is. Like,
Yeah. In previous Smash editions, you know, there are characters that were truly unplayable, but at the end of the day, I feel like the better player wins. You know, we talking about it a lot with, you know, a lot of King K rules we see here, a bottom 5 character in the game, arguably bottom 3. So, you know, at the end of the day, you know, if you're a talented player and you really enjoy playing a character and their moveset, I mean, you can be successful with them. But is Kirby doing a phenomenal job keeping Wolf in disadvantage. Good jab there. Great read on the jump recovery. Gets the back air. Kirby playing phenomenal here. Gonna take a 2-stock lead here for ISU. And Valpo at this point is just kind of searching for something, looking for an early kill. Really in desperation to even this up.
he's been playing really aggressive. He could probably do well to wait and shield a little bit for see how the Kirby will approach. Maybe get an up smash in there.
Yeah, Chris at times, I mean, he loves playing aggressive, and, you know, I can't blame him for that play style. I also enjoy it as well. But like you said, sometimes better to wait and let your opponent approach, see what they do. But Kirby here, you know, looking at a 3-stock here, and Wolf unfortunately not going to be able to recover. And Valpo's chances in game 2 are starting to look a little slim here, unfortunately. Do have a couple potential options for our anchor here. We have Cruel, our captain. We have Fitz, our Pac-Man. We have Jake in the booth with me as well as an option.
Flattered, but I don't know. This Kirby's a little scary.
Yeah. We got Rogue out there as an option. We got a ton of different options. Most likely we'll see Fitz or Cruel here. My guess is going to be Cruel, and it's going to... You know, the thing is, if we do play Cruel here, it's going to have to not be on his King K rule. So another interesting component of playing an MVC here. Unfortunate ruling for us, especially, you know, it's different when you're playing, you know, 2 Steves, 2 Kazuas versus 2 King K rules. Like, no one's going to complain about having to play against 2 King K rules. But, you know, it makes sense. We are playing online. Without player cams, there's not really a true way to verify who's playing. So as far as like competition, integrity, makes a lot of sense. You know, with the Great Lakes Esports Conference where it is legal, we have a lot of in-person events. So I mean, when you show up to those in-person events, if you know that
No, they
player's
can
not
tell
there,
that
it's
2
pretty
different people
obvious.
playing.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious when that's happening. Or if you know you're playing with 3 Steves and you show up to the LAN and you only have 1 Steve, then it's like, oh yeah, the other 2 couldn't make it. I don't know. So yeah, definitely some important competitive integrity. So it's understood. Just a little unfortunate on our end, but I'm sure when you have 4 players, I mean, a lot of schools probably have to deal with multiple players playing the same character. So just King K rule's an odd one to have 2 of the same characters. Thought it was funny when Cruel tried out this year that he was King K rule. I was like, no, not another one, but you're good at the game at 2, so conflicting there. But week 1 of this MVC here, I'm really excited to be competing. This finally came to fruition. So this is the 3rd competition league our Smash team is now playing in this semester. So a lot of Smash games like I talked about. Got a full slate ahead. Going to be streaming every evening this week. And then Saturday during a majority of the day. As we do get our character locked in here. So it shouldn't be too much longer here before we get into our anchor and potential last character of this series.
I'm gonna say it's possible that we could see Fitz back in with the Pac-Man, or even Duck Hunt. I feel like could. I mean, the Kirby was definitely liking the way that the Wolf was so aggressive, but
Yeah. The nice thing is, we do know who we're going in against and can kind of pick a stage around that. FD definitely a very Kirby favored stage, but you know, when we saw the FD, I wasn't sure what character they were playing because it doesn't really suit many of the character options they had available, and it made sense because they're going in with a completely new character. So ISU definitely showing off a lot of depth here today in their roster. A lot of really solid players here. We're probably going to see a lot of that in the MVC. I think there's only 3 or 4 other private schools kind of similar to our size. Got a lot of big state schools in our athletic conference. So gonna be interested to see how we stack up against them as we go throughout the season. But the ISU Smash team looking strong. So MVC default days for Smash will be on Monday at 7. So definitely mark your calendars for that if you're interested in some more Missouri Valley Conference action. Just finishing up a very important aspect of the game here. What stage you're playing on, change your environment, how you play neutral, punish game. But it looks like we'll have PS2 locked in, and we will have Cruel going in on the Diddy Kong. Looks like we're gonna get started here. So potential last character here for Valpo if they're not able to win this one. So gonna be really important here for Cruel, captain of the MVC team, put on a little show, but this Kirby was looking really solid. 3-stocking, arguably one of our best players. Get forward
getting
here.
in there with those combos again.
Great combo game.
Strong presence with this Kirby.
I did not know you could catch that.
So rare to see that.
I knew you could catch the banana. I did not know you could catch that. Knowing that he knows that, probably has great projectile game. So very unfortunate for the Diddy Kong, as the banana is a very integral part of his kit here. So got to be careful that it doesn't get used against him as this game moves on.
Kirby can just low profile all those combo starters, those up tilts and stuff. Gotta be really frustrating.
Diddy at 117 here, close to death. Kirby looking for edge guard, not able to get it. Ooh,
Oh,
great
nice
read.
meaty forward smash.
Did find the tendency there for the Kirby with the recover on stage with his up B there, so able to punish it that time. Is generally pretty safe, but able to find a way in with banana. And Nair's gonna do it for Kirby. Doesn't get the kill sparks, but DI in the corner is still not gonna be able to do it. You have Valpo down 4 stocks at this point. Gonna need a miracle here. Cruel's gonna be looking to close out this stock immediately. Sort of forward smash, not able to get it off in time. Kirby has pretty solid frame data. Up B, able to cover from really low. Once again, needs to find this kill as early as possible, because not only do we have the Kirby, but also ISU has a whole nother character as well. And the Kirby gonna find another kill, staying at this 143%, very high. Almost anything will kill at this point. Search for a
Oh,
smash
he's trying to
pass.
get some cheese with the
Yeah,
inhale at the
looking for
ledge.
the cheese again. And kind of slowing down this game a little bit. Maybe too little too late at this point. But Nair by Kirby, able to get the forward tilt, get the trip, looking for a read, gets the forward air. Ooh, and that down air is going to do it. Great spike, and another
Brutal.
3-stock by the Kirby. Oh my goodness. So that is going to do it, folks. ISU taking it 2-0 in week 1 of the MVC. Valpo unfortunately falling in Smash. Tomorrow, tune in at 7 p.m. for Rocket League versus Evansville as we continue on with the first week in the MVC and its inaugural season. I'm really excited for that. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for sticking around. My name's Henry Speedy Kill Ninja, and I'm joined in the booth with
Jake. Hello. Or goodbye, I guess. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.